You know what it is. Let's get it. 105 to 95, my Knicks are alive. We took game one, you know we got it done. Victorious in the fourth quarter. See, my boy Brunson got it done for us. B. OG was nice, getting it going. Hart was consistent with all the flowing. Bridges, not so much, but that's okay because Carl Anthony had the touch. Yeah, Wemby, you know we're not afraid. Don't you understand? We're New York made. Orange and blue skies in the eyes. Don't you see with the third eye? We're going to win and get it all in. Knicks and 6, that's predictions. And yeah, it's Gemini season. On these bikes, I just ride for a reason. I got these bars floating from Mars. That's my chart ruler, so I come with scars. 13 surgeries, how it be? Ain't nobody rocking astrology like the E. This poetry is more than heavenly. You know I'm going to break down Pluto for you, B. 21, 28, you see, that's the year that's coming with the Pluto B. After that, it's the Chiron flow. Coming in 2034, you know. Chiron and Gemini, it's about your words, your lungs, and your hands, and it's so absurd. You got pain, you got some emotions, you got things from coast to coasting, I brag and boasting, I am the hosting, and don't you know, I am the mosting. I toast Patrick Ewing and Bernard King and Walt Clyde Frazier in the New York thing. Yeah, darling, you know we swing it right. The New York Knicks are so right just tonight. And that's how it go. I'm going to tell you, F San Antonio, it's the Knicks, baby. And that's how it be, because Black Moon Lilith, the Gemini for me, means the intuition is crazy ill. And the communications, I spill at will. Like Gemini MC, sailing the 7 seas. They're so dope and lyrically, you see how it be. Andre, Kanye too. All them cats, do it for you. Biggie and Pac, Jada and Big L. Gemini MCs, hard to tell. They're the best all around. Lauryn Hill is rocking on the ground. Ice Cube and who else you know? Gemini MCs wanna flow. Don't forget about Kendrick too. He got that Pisces moon and just rips it for you. But right now it's Gemini season. We start the show and then I rhyme with reason. And I'm feeling so good. After the victory, you know that I would. Ooh, knowledge. What's up, y'all? We got day one. Let's go. Go, New York. Go, New York. Go. You know, it's hard to put the hat over the locks, but, you know, it kind of fits good. It looks good on a brother, right? The Knicks and the locks. What's the deal? A shout out to Jada Kiss, the Gemini MC. It's Gemini season, episode 466. Wifey will be here in a minute. What's up, Evelyn? What's up to y'all and Chizzy? How's everybody doing? I've been busy. I had an amazing client today. And it's time to talk about Pluto. Now you know me. All the Pluto Gemini people are gone. So I'm going to have to go to the future. Because even when I'm gone, you'll still be watching my Pluto and Gemini video on YouTube, and Biggie won't even be here. My grandkids will be rocking with it. But that's how I think. Okay? I'm always 15 to 20 years ahead of what's happening. As I was in the mid to late 90s, spitting bars that sounded like I wrote them in 2020. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You smell me? New York Knicks, you feeling it? New York stand up. Ev, I wish I was home. If we win, I may have to fly home for the parade. I'm looking at tickets. It's already like 400 something for the round trip. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what's up. Orange and blue skies, baby. What's the deal? So I know New York is crazy right now. Like, oh my God, how could it not be? We haven't been in the finals since 1999. How's everybody doing? I'm Eric Taylor, BigEAstro Astrology. And today on episode 466, Hammer Put 'em in a Mix, we'll be talking about Pluto and Gemini, which is crazy because it's 2128. Pluto's in Aquarius now, so that's a trine from now, 120-degree angle to 2059. 21:59. And then Chiron in Gemini, it's a shorter transit, but it starts, I think, 2034 after Taurus is done. And remember, we're going to go for a sneak preview for a few months on June 19th with Chiron and Taurus. It stays longer. I don't know why. It stays longer in Aries and Taurus than the other signs, but it stays pretty long in Aries. And we're about to wrap that up on June 19th. And then it will retrograde back, I think, in end of September. And then it'll be back in Taurus, Chiron, starting in, I think it's April of 2027. All right. Here's my better half. She's on injured reserve. We'll talk about that later. She's on punishment, y'all. I'm going to have to put her on punishment because when I'm not around, she be doing stuff to hurt herself. And that's not okay. Okay. So
I'm clumsy. I'm trying to get over it.
She's definitely clumsy.
Hey, Evelyn, how are you?
Ev is here. Ev, she's hurting herself, Ev.
And
going hiking.
Is here.
Hey, Watkins.
Will 37 Lawn.
Ooh. Hey, Will, they must be new. Welcome. Share your big three. Summer Rising. Welcome to the podcast.
Queen Bee is here.
Hey, Queen.
Numeralytics.
Numeralytics in the house.
Right the first time.
Wow, impressive.
Right? It's only taken me
She can do that when she's on injured reserve.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the story in a second. I'll let her tell it. But let me finish. So, Black Moon Lilith in Gemini is how we'll wind it down, and that's really some deep, intuitive, trickster energy. Okay, if anybody has any of these places, well, I know you ain't got Pluto in Gemini. Your grandmama may have had Pluto in Gemini. But if you have Chiron or Black Moon Lilith in Gemini, comment down below. Let me know on what house you have it in. Okay. So that's how we rock. And it's a Gemini season. You know what I'm saying? So we got to rock that out. I had to hit him with a New York Nick freestyle in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Freestyle.
Oh, God. Orange and blue skies.
Oh.
You know?
I heard the ooh.
Yeah.
I heard that from the other side of the house, and I was like, oh, he started.
Mm-hmm. So why don't you tell him what you did to hurt yourself this morning?
Well, I went hiking. It's one of my favorite things. I've decided that I need to get into nature on a more frequent basis. Of course, I decide this as our temperatures are skyrocketing. So I got out and I went hiking this morning, and I was going a little fast. I wasn't quite jogging, but I was just walking a bit fast, and it was an ever so slight downward grade.
Jogging, but back down to the car, going downhill, y'all.
You know,
she did this before.
And see here,
a few years ago,
we have a lot of rocks. Yeah, a few years ago was really bad. I was Cyclops woman. I literally went. She fell and had a big knot on her head, and it was in the chart. But guess what was in the chart today? When she went hiking, the moon was in Aquarius conjunct Pluto retrograde in her 10th house. Why didn't I know?
She didn't tell me she was going hiking. She didn't consult with her astrologer.
Mm-hmm.
And then
my astrologer was asleep.
No, shoot, you could always wake up.
My alarm went off at 5. And I rested in the bed.
She didn't leave for a while. I was already up. I was just tossing and turning
until about 6. But I was like, I gotta go hiking before it gets too hot.
And it's 104 degrees today. Is she worried about going hiking?
Yeah, but that's why I had to go early. But you know what? I did this for you. Because if I hadn't done this, he wouldn't be able to tell you this astrology stuff, right? So all for you. As Janet Jackson, it's all for you.
But let me get deeper with the astrology. You know what the 10th house is, you guys? Your skin, fingernails, spine, and your knees. Chicky Poo here.
And my hand. I fell all down this side from my hand.
Yeah, she hurt the hand, and that's Gemini season, but she hurt her knee. Pluto, moon, the body, health, 10th house, out in public. Yeah, that's the doctor calling. Yes. So, y'all, we got to be careful with this one. Okay. Now, I don't do hiking. I've had 13 surgeries.
Mm-hmm.
I run and jog in the backyard where I'm safe on flat terrain and I'm not hurting myself. But let's send some love and some healing energy to my wife, Alana, in prayer so she
Are
can.
you okay?
What happened? What happened? Is he okay?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Now there's something going on with the Taylor twins. I don't know about this Aquarius moon. How are you guys doing? So Pluto.
He's been some guy on a bike, some guy in a car is threatening him, and I gotta go pick him up. I don't know what's happening.
Where's he at?
I don't know.
Okay. Take Elijah. People are crazy out here. Somebody's threatening my kid on a bike. This is real life. They just came home from camp. Now he's going somewhere riding his bike. Somebody's saying something to him. Thank God he got a cell phone. Arizona. Eventually, Arizona is going to stop being racist to my boys. Okay. Let me recalibrate. Pluto in Gemini, 21-28. Now you say, why would we even talk about that? Well, because it's Gemini season. And there's no point in looking back at the silent generation and all that. And they were silent because of the trauma and Gemini communication. What you're going to experience in 21-28, and I won't be here for that one. I'll be here for Pluto Pisces, maybe the start of Pluto Aries. I'm not going to be here for 21-28. But what we're dealing with is beyond light language. I think we're going to go back to sound frequency in terms of talking, right? Pluto is bringing in the power, the pain, the trauma, and crises from past lives for this generation. And that's going to be where people, oh my God, people used to write with their hands. People used to communicate. People used to have 5 fingers. You know, the human body over time does mutate. And Gemini is also the lungs. And so this is where you may see different things with Pluto and Gemini, where people are speaking in just frequencies. People are speaking in, you know, tongues and light language. People are speaking in sounds. People may have different formations and transmutations to the lungs, right? Where maybe our breath is more powerful as we adapt to the air and the climate. I mean, close your eyes for a second and just imagine, right? I mean, we're talking about literally 100 years from now. It's kind of crazy. 21-28. But, you know, these are the things that I like to think about. I like to envision. I like to predict. And when I think about Gemini and communications, right, this may be where there is a universal or a new language, right? You may experience something where literally we're back to being silent again, but really silent, where everything is mental telepathy. Do you think that could be what's going on? Where it's a different type of silence. We're communicating in the mental. Gemini, the ruler of Mercury. exchanging thoughts, right? I mean, as we tap into our galactic ancestors coming back, we may not, have just our 2-strand DNA. That so-called junk DNA that science talks about, as we went from 12-strand to 2-strand, right? And that's from the Anunnaki putting a little cap on it. It's just laying dormant. It's not junk DNA. Science is always catching up to spirituality. And so this is where we may have DNA that is like literally, you know what I mean? Like 12 strands. It may be we are flying. We may be teleporting. Okay. So this is where, Pluto Gemini, I don't know, comment down below. What would you predict? What do you think could happen with Pluto, the magnetic energy, our pain, trauma, and crises, Hades, the underworld, right? Transformation, transmutation, our power, our obsession, our sex, our secret societies, abuse, manipulation, narcissism. You think that would be gone? Maybe we don't have narcissists anymore when we're speaking in the high vibration mental telepathy. You think we'll have flying cars before then, or would it take that long? If we're teleporting, do we need cars anymore? And what about flight and travel? So this is the things that I think about. And, I didn't get to link it down below because I've been rushing and I have my client to put up the show, but I will put it in. So when you go to watch it afterwards, or you could just, go on the search on YouTube and go check out my Pluto Gemini video and see how I broke it down and where I took it. Because I think there's going to be a deep expansion of our lungs, where we may go back to, some of you may have heard of these times where we were breatharians. Okay. We may get into that. Let me make sure these people are okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I think my oldest son went, but I can't have nobody messing with my baby. That's not gonna fly. But I need to know that they're okay. And you just don't know. And it's crazy that it's such a crazy world nowadays where people are like, so literally crazy. You know what I mean? That somebody would even think about messing with a child in any way, especially like an adult. So put your comments down here. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. This is real. You know what I'm saying? Gotta make sure my kid is okay. And stuff like that. So you gotta bear. Hello? Bear with the boy. But you let me know what you think about Pluto Gemini. And can you even fathom 21, 28? Like that's, and who else is here? We got some other people here. How you guys doing? Give me a second. Wifey had to go and check on Mateus. Some grown up was trying to bully him or something. I don't know what that could be. Because that's not going to be going. And you there?
We think it's okay. Probably someone just, I don't know, road rage. I don't know. Okay. We're not.
Okay.
He's okay. We're just gonna pick him up.
Okay. All right. Bye. All right. He's okay. They're picking him up. It may have been some road rage or something. My son said, yo, like, come on. Seriously? People, you gonna mess with a 12-year-old kid and yell and threaten a kid or some shit? Excuse my French, but like, so my wife and my oldest son are there checking on him. I feel a little bit better and calm. They're there now, and he's, you know, he said he seems like he's okay, but they gotta like get to him. So the other thing that I think about with Pluto Gemini, so can you imagine where you can access any language at any time? Like all of a sudden, I'm just starting to speak parlez-vous français, or I'm speaking, you know, Dutch, Schlossentalkers, or like, you know, I start speaking, I can, you know, tú sabes, estudia español 3 años a la Universidad de Maryland. I can, you know, hablando un poquito, you know, back in Nueva York, mi novias, puertorriqueña, dominicana, you know, tú sabes. You know, hablando así, comprende un poquito, you know. So, but that could happen. Why could we think it wouldn't happen? You know? And then I think about cities. Maybe we don't have, because Mercury is considered like local transportation and like, you know, very much business and sales. What if we have free energy and everything is magnetized, the technology's in the air, right? Think about why they got rid of the bells, the cathedrals. Those were healing centers. Those old churches, that's what the bells, those were healing centers, right? When we think about the technology in the pyramids and stuff and how sophisticated it was, right? They've been finding in Egypt that in ancient Kemet, those chambers went down like hundreds and hundreds of feet, if not 1,000 feet, with blue water and technology, and you know what I'm saying. So we think because things were old, they were not as advanced. They were more advanced than we are today. And whether that's influenced by Anunnaki or this or that, who knows? But in 2128, what could you not fathom? So hopefully you guys are commenting down below. I'm gonna plug in the headphones and listen to the chizzy. Wifey will come back and read or whatever, but I'm gonna put on the headphones so I can hear what you're talking about to me. But let me know, like, if, you know, just one thing you think that could happen, right? The change of lungs, change of hands, transportation, light language, mental telepathy, how we communicate. What do you think could happen in 2128 with Pluto, Pluto Gemini? Okay. Let your boy know. And then and then we're going to get to the Chiron, which some of you may actually have. Sorry, I'm taking you in the future first, but it's fun. And how's everybody doing? Queen B, Watkins, Ev, how you feeling? Good with this Aquarius moon? Off and Will, off the conjunction to Pluto. It's past Pluto now. And tomorrow night, Queen B, Numeralytics, will be hosting our tribe meeting. She's going to be breaking down. Oh, hey, Jolis. Let me see. Hold on. Sorry, I'm listening. I'm talking, but I got to listen to what y'all saying. Hey, Teresa. And hey, is it Jolis or Lawless? Oh, happy Thursday. Yeah, we got the tribe meeting tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Watkins, you should join the tribe. You would love it. Queen B is going to be there breaking down numerology tomorrow night. Universal 7-year. Month. Universal 1 year, 6 month. Yeah. Yeah, she's a good hiker, but she just was trying to jog back to get back for the boys had a meeting. You know, Sun in Cancer, Moon in Scorpio, Libra, Sun and Cancer, Moon. Okay. Oh, Sun in Cancer. Thank you for the healing vibes. Wifey needs it. She jacked up her knee. I gave her a massage. I had to crack her back. I hope the twins are okay too. I don't know if Jackson was with him. I mean, what's a grown up doing, threatening or yelling at a kid, 12-year-old kid? You know what I'm saying? Some people need to be freaking taken care of. I know. It's crazy. I can't even fathom, you know. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I think he's okay. She'll be home soon. I'm sure he got a little scared, though. The brain's going to get smaller. That's deep. But what do you think is going to happen with, do you think we'll have mental telepathy or communication skills and gifts? So, hey, Jackie Washington. Yeah, the tribe meeting's tomorrow night. Teresa and Jackie, Queen B is going to be hosting it. That's right. Thank you. That's right. I need y'all to show up and show out. We got to check these people. Oh my God, trying to stress me out, y'all. Like, come on. You know, I'm all happy with the Knicks. And then this morning I had to, take care of Alana. She comes home jacked up. Poor thing. This was nothing though. She just hurt her knee. Last time when she fell, and it was bad astrologically too. And it was something in the 10th house again. Something was squaring something in the 10th house. Maybe her Venus. And she got a knot on her head. Oh my God. And it was bad. It was really bad. I forgot what it was, but I just like me, I'm jacked up for 13 surgeries and almost dying, being in coma. But she, every couple of years, she has these random accidents, and she's had a couple of surgeries, and and I'm just like, but it's always like she's falling and hurting herself. She did that with the boys, like a block from the house, picking them up from the bus. And she fell, cut up her fingers, her face, like all this stuff. And she had a knot on her head. Then that was like, because like I think she had the boys in the stroller and William, and then he jumped down and the stroller flipped and she fell. Then this one, and then like a year or two ago with the hiking. So the last two have been hiking. But she's not in her 20s and 30s anymore. Now she's very strong and athletic in terms of the hiking. She can do it, and she does it well. But it's just on her return back, she was just moving too fast. She said she wasn't jogging, but I don't believe her. She didn't want me to get upset. Not upset with her, but you know what I mean. But yeah, can't have nothing happening to my wifey. You know what I'm saying? The better half. So, okay, we'll leave the Pluto alone, but I do think you'll see some mental telepathy. I do think there's going to be, that's interesting, the brain shrinking. I think way more psychic, and I think there's going to be a shift in our lungs. And I think the cities, and I think we'll have teleportation, mental telepathy, all types of stuff. So does anybody here have Chiron in Gemini or Black Moon Lilith? If you do, comment down below. Oh, let me get back to that person. Libra rising, Scorpio, Sun, Cancer, Moon, I think it was. So, that Scorpio second house, you're very empathic. And you're going to have the Venus retrograde going from your second to your first on October 3rd to November 13th. So just be careful with hairstyle changes, wardrobe, fashion, relationships. You don't start anything new and don't take anybody back. Okay. And I forgot, I'm sorry who it was that said that. And then I think it's the Cancer Sun in the 10th. Definitely somebody who, could be very close to their father. If your midheaven is there, you want to work in an environment that feels safe and secure, very nurturing. You could work in real estate, architecture. You could work from home, education, safety and security, even banking, property management, interior design, things like that. Cancers are very funny. Cancers are good stand-up comics too. But remember that sun and moon is in a trine with the Scorpio. And so your mom and dad really wanted you when you were born. And so for you, you've got to manifest through water. Talk to your water with gratitude, right? We never tell the universe we want anything, but you thank it with gratitude. Thank you, water, for healing my body and bringing me abundance and health and healing my wife's knee. And my son, Mateus, is safe. Ashe, ashe. Okay. So we want to have that mentality. But your Libra rising, your face should be symmetrical and your upper and lower torso, and you can be very harmonious and pleasing, definitely, charming, beauty, inner and outer, attractive. But not every Libra rising is going to be drop dead gorgeous, beautiful, or handsome. But there's a feel and a harmony and peace. So they come off as attractive. Okay, even if they're not like aesthetically beautiful. So they're going to still feel attractive. But Chiron. So what's Chiron? Chiron, the wounded healer. Okay. Chiron, the wounded healer, is an emotional, physical, or spiritual wound, right? That happens. There's 3 different woundings. There can be one while you're in the womb, from, during the pregnancy to 16 months. That's more unconscious, and then there's the degree point. For example, if your Chiron in Gemini is in the 3rd house of 16 degrees, something could have happened at 7 or 16 years old. And for some people, the Chiron wound, emotional, physical, or spiritual wound, the energy antenna, some people, it is that double or triple entendre where there's a wounding, they're in the womb, there's a wounding at 7 and at 16 years old. And that 3rd house, it could be around your communication, could be around your learning, your reading, your writing, elementary school. You could have an issue with a sibling or a cousin or a neighbor. Okay. So just if anybody has the Chiron, you could even put down the degree, but what house is it in Gemini? Okay. Chiron, the wounded healer in Gemini. It's, I'm sorry, I'm a very concerned dad. We're not worried, but we want to just make sure everything is good. Now, the thing is that because they got to him, they were almost to him, everything should be fine, but I'll just make sure real quick. But you guys let me know, does anybody here have Chiron and Gemini? Right? The wounded healer. And there's multiple woundings with it.
We're just pulling into the garage. I'll be there.
Okay. He's okay though.
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right, good. They're here. So she's coming. All right, she'll give us the update about any crazy people messing with my baby. And that's my last son. Right? That's Chocolate Thunder. Don't mess with Big Tay. He's gonna be so handsome and tall and he's such a pure soul. I don't know if I've met, you know what I mean? Like he's Queen Bees like this, and the Leo. I love Leo energy. They're so pure. And the twins, like, they're bigger than life. They're messy and a lot of drama and fighting and annoying, but you can't help but love a Leo. You know what I mean? And he's just like that. He's just full of life. So the Chiron and Gemini too, emotional, physical, spiritual wound, the degree point, but it's going to be around your skills, your communication, your reading, writing, learning. So everybody wants to know. Everybody's been praying and asking.
Yes,
So
thank you.
What was going on?
We appreciate
it. Was it just Tay or Jack was there too?
It was Jack stayed back with Jake's house, so it was just Mateus.
And he was going where?
He was crossing the road, Frank Lloyd Wright, which is a more busy street, and he had the right of way, but this guy in like a little sporty Lexus kind of gave him some hand gestures and did something. He was kind of yelling. He couldn't make it out because I guess the window was up or whatever. But then he turned around and came back towards him to come after him. And, you know, so he was able to go into a apartment complex, like an assisted living apartment complex. And he went in there and he went around back into their parking structure to hide. And, you know,
was the guy going after him?
He came, but then he left. But Mateus was afraid to
go back out. Yeah.
To go back out.
I don't blame him.
Come home. And
that's crazy.
You know,
people are just psycho.
First off, numerologics, you're here.
Yeah.
We've talked about the energy of my children.
Yeah.
And my boys, they are just, there's Leo the sun. They have a lot of personality, but they're good kids, but and they have a lot of high energy.
And I don't know if today is a challenging day for them. Thursday, and today's what, the 5th? The 4th. The 4th. And maybe Queen Bee will break that down. But, you know, and that's the thing. It's just so frustrating. You know, like,
he's fine.
Yeah.
I just got him. We put his bike in the back of the car. And he's good. And we just came home. But he was upset. And when he was on the phone with me, he was on the verge of tears. He was very scared. And,
it's scary.
You know, it's just one of those things where you're like, first off, come on, people.
Then you're going to go out of your way.
Bike. I don't care even if the kid messed up. You might be like, hey, be more mindful. You know, you don't want to get hit. Whatever that is, but see, he said what made him scared is that he passed him and then he flipped around and came back. On that street, you know, and it made him very insecure. And so I have no idea why people behave the way that they do.
It's just it's
unfortunate.
It's shameful.
But
well, thank you guys for the love.
And I think because this is not our first incident, there's previous trauma.
A person was yelling at them in the street because they were like throwing rocks.
And actually grabbed Mateus.
Yeah, he like reached for him, right?
He grabbed him and
his shirt,
you know, and it was just so. Anyways, but I said I am thankful for the fact that I have the ability. One, we got this new thing on because I was having problems tracking him through the regular Find Me through Apple. So I just got the Live 360 last week. So I had that. So that made things easy. We have the ability to have this connection. And quite frankly, I have the ability to get up and just leave. And those are all things that I am grateful for every day. And I thank God for, I thank everybody, guides, everything for just putting me in the position that when my children are in need, I can literally
get up
drop and run and I don't have to think twice on it. And that is a blessing because not everyone has that. So, you know, anyways, I am, that was it. We're good. Have you been?
So
thank you. You know what? Thank you for just asking how
they've been asking. So I left off. I went to just check with, you know, everybody was saying Teresa's here. Somebody gave their big 3. I don't remember their name, but I broke it down for them. They were Libra rising, Scorpio moon, I think Cancer sun. They were new.
Oh, so Will's, did you get to the fact that Will's been watching for roughly a year?
Yeah, he actually did say that. I didn't remember if it was Will, and I thanked him. Thank you, Will. I didn't realize that, but yes, Will.
And he's a Cancer moon. Did you do that? Cancer moon, Scorpio rising. Wait, I'm
Libra
sorry.
rising.
When my big 3 is sun, Cancer sun. Sorry.
Cancer sun in the 10th. Yes, I did that.
Okay.
Scorpio moon.
So
I said
we've
so.
got
That was
down
Will that
past
said
here.
that. Okay, and then yeah. So and then somebody said, I was asking them what they think could happen with Pluto and Gemini, and somebody said that our brains may shrink because we're not going to be using them enough. I was thinking mental telepathy. We could have expansion of the lungs, light language.
It's a different thing because the texting. I was told this by a spiritual person a while ago, and you guys let me know what you think. But I was told texting was actually an introduction to the telepathic to telepathy or telekinesis. Well, not telekinesis because that's moving stuff, but telepathy, and that it's the first step towards us remembering that. So I don't know if that's true or not, or how that exactly lines up, but that we were going to be obviously going back to that form of communication.
Well, I think with Pluto and Gemini, it's 2128 to 2159. And so it's like 100 years from now. And so one thing that I think could happen is that there could be an expansion of our lungs. We may have teleportation, and I think a mental telepathy. We could have adaptations to our fingers, our lungs, the local communities. There may actually be the Jetsons flying cars, but we're moving on to Chiron, to see if anybody has Chiron, the wounded healer in Gemini in their chart. Comment down below. And I don't know the last.
Can I just interject one quick thing in terms of our brains potentially shrinking because we're not using them? I agree, and I don't know mass-wise what that means, but I've started something with the boys and the family that every day you need to create something. You have to write something, you have to draw something, you have to, whatever it is, but you need to do something creative every day. And that's my challenge to the boys every single day. Myself, him, we tend to do creative things just because of what we're doing here. But that's something that I think everybody can benefit from, because for us, more Gen X and, a lot of people, we have such a foundation of critical thinking and of doing.
This technology doesn't affect us the same way.
Impact us the same way. But
for
we
Alpha,
all know, us Gen X people, we all know that we look at different people and we're like, where is their ability to critical think? They took it out of schools. They aren't doing it the way that they used to. And it goes hand in hand.
And you do see it with the Alpha, the Gen Z, and the Beta. Because they, it's definitely something,
We just want to make sure that we're doing that. So that's just a little something that I'm doing. If any of you guys are doing something,
and I think automatic writing is a good thing to do, you guys.
Well, automatic writing comes when you're meditating and doing that kind of thing, but
but automatic
meditation spirit and
but automatic writing is just not even thinking about anything and just start writing something.
Okay,
that's automatic writing too. So. So that's where, and you don't have to be meditating, you just automatically write. So, but I think with Chiron and Gemini, your wounding is very much around your reading, writing, learning, communications, your skills, self-effort. So somebody, for example, you could have Chiron, Gemini in the first house. There could have been quite easily, when you were born, there could have been issues with your lungs. Maybe you had issues with your ears and hearing. Okay, this is what Gemini rules, right? Hands, shoulders, the fingers, the wrists, the ears, and the lungs. So those are different emotional, physical, and spiritual wounds that you can have if you have Gemini and Chiron. Okay, or Chiron and Gemini, sorry. So, any questions or anybody have that placement?
So let's see. Did we get to Evelyn talking about her sinuses?
No.
So I'm just wanting to see where we left off. Do you need the knowledge is love, tribes show up? And show out.
That's the last thing.
Oh, okay.
Jackie said that, right?
Yes.
Thank you, Jackie.
Then Watkins said, I feel great. I'm an Aquarius sun.
Okay.
And Numeralytics said, I'm exhausted. This moon and Pluto conjunction is opposing my sun sign.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you should. Yeah, I bet you're tired.
And Evelyn is having, her sinuses are acting up this week.
Okay. And sinuses for Cancer rising. Well, Mars is in Taurus, your 11th house. Scorpio rules the sinuses. So I'm trying to think what aspect. Maybe it's the Mars and Taurus opposing your Scorpio 5th house, Evelyn. you know. But you know, with the sinuses, you guys know the drill. The mullein leaf, you know, hot steam, putting neti pot, salt, saline rinse, or whatever, things like that. But yeah, I'm just trying to think what could be creating it astrologically for you, and it could be the Mars and Taurus, or also that Pluto Moon conjunction is squaring your Scorpio. That can affect it too. So
Numerologic said my Chiron is in Gemini.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
5th house. 3 degrees, 5th house, I guess.
Okay. So then that emotional, physical, spiritual wound happened around 3 years old. Okay. And yeah, the Gemini.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm so sorry.
Gemini
I did that wrong. That's Watkins.
Oh, okay.
Watkins is the 3 to 6. And then Queen Bee is Taurus and is about to return.
Oh, you're about to go through the Chiron return. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's the Chiron return?
Well, the Chiron return happens, you know, usually around 50 years old. And it's, you know, we're going through it right now in Aries. So you've gone through it. And I went through it, and it was, you know, kind of around the time when I fell in coma.
Huh.
It's part of the story.
Okay, I have to look and see what was
happening. Your Chiron is in the 12th house in Aries. Okay. But it lasts longer in Aries, so it's like a 7-8 year period. Then in Taurus, it's like 5 or 6, and then the other signs, it's like just 3 or 4.
So I'm going to be going through Chiron wounds for the next 7 years?
No, it's almost done. June 19th, it goes into Taurus. But then it retrogrades back the end of September, and then April 2027, it will be back in Taurus for good. So we'll have it. It'll be back in Aries sooner than later, like, you know, by like October, I think, to next April, and then it'll be in Taurus for good for the next till 2034. Okay. You've already experienced it, you know, because yours is like a earlier degree. Mine's at 9. Yours is at like I think 14 or something. I forgot. But so the thing is about the Chiron, and for Watkins having it in the 6th house, 3 degrees, that's an emotional, physical, spiritual wound that happened at that age. So you have to find out, you know, what that is and stuff. But it can definitely be around your communications, your lungs, or health and things like that. And for Queen Bee, yeah, the Chiron return, this is when it returns, is when we have the opportunity to become the wounded healer. And so you're really activating it because it's going to be around your speech, right? So you're always on, you know, BTV and Numeralytics and Dreams, Dollars, and Destiny, activating your throat chakra. And Queen, maybe you should get a lapis lazuli crystal too. That would coincide with your Chiron return. But sometimes the Chiron return in Taurus, Taurus woundings, it could be also around your physical body. Maybe you don't want to be massaged or touched. Remember, Anjani Seagrass was on and talking about that. She's got Chiron and Taurus, and she's actually a massage therapist. So she heals people through massage, but she doesn't like to be touched and massaged. So that can happen. You know what I mean? Because the wounding can be, Taurus is the body. Quite literally, Taurus is the lower jaw, throat, tongue, collarbone. But it's the first earth sign, so it's like the body, the foundation of Earth. Okay, so but it's going to be speech, values, self-worth. So maybe you didn't have good self-worth when you were younger. You know, Numeralytics or things around values, could have been around money, speech, or the food. Maybe you had issues digesting or swallowing food, or the quality of your food, you know, or being colicky. You know, especially if it's like 0, 1, 2 degrees, 3 degrees, things like that, being colic. So, you know, there's a lot that happens with Chiron and Taurus. But Chiron and Gemini, it's definitely going to be around the communications and, you know, your hands, wrists, or shoulders, things like that, you know. Does anybody else have, or, you know, Chiron in Gemini? I'd be curious, walk-ins or anybody else. And you know, one thing about the Chiron wound, and that's what I was talking about with the return for Queen Bee, is that it's where you can, right? Because like mine's an Aries. So like for me, part of me being the wounded healer is now I'm helping other people to step into the arena, right? I've always been the man in the arena. But sometimes your Chiron wound, let's say Aries, for example, it's, do you over assert? Do you over initiate? You got to find that balance, right? Or are you afraid to step out and be brave and courageous and be a leader? So like now I'm at that place where like I can inspire others to step out and be the man and woman in the arena, but also to be brave and courageous, right? That's why I started before, like 6 months before the election, become the president and leader of your own life. That's Chiron and Aries. Okay, it's really important. We can't wait and outsource our power. That's the technology of the, old, structures and systems and dogmatic religion, that we outsource everything. Our power is within. God gave us everything we need right in here. And so we've got to trust our intuition and be brave and courageous and step out, show up and show out, show enough. Right? You got to be like Brunson in the fourth quarter and just crossing cats over, just swapping, splash. Go do your go. Should tell you how loud I was screaming last night. I was hyped. I even had to send her to the store to get me a cookie. I needed a cookie for my Venus. My Venus Scorpio. I needed a cookie to watch the game. She was a great wife and got me that cookie. Thank you.
I'm always a great wife.
Oh, always a great wife. Yeah.
It's pretty
Except for when you hurt yourself. I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. So now we're going to go to Black Moon Lilith, but read the chat, see if there's any questions or comments or whatever. And then we'll get to Black Moon Lilith and Gemini.
Okay. So we're going to quickly, hello, everybody. Hi, Phoenix. Julissa
Phoenix.
said her Chiron was at 24 degrees in Venus.
Venus?
Yes. Oh, Abdul.
No, Chiron's not in Venus.
Along with Venus, I'm sorry.
In what sign though? In Gemini? And who said this? Julissa?
Julissa, Chiron in Gemini, 24 degrees, along with Venus.
All right, so you had to slow her down to reread it.
Sorry,
Okay, so 24.
I'm gonna be like
that could be 6 years old or 24 years old. You have an emotional, physical, or spiritual wound. She's a conjunct Venus, so it could be around your speech, your hands. Maybe something happened. You had like a extra finger, things like that, or relationships. People were communicating harshly to you. What house did she say what house it was in or no, Julissa? What house, Julissa?
She did not.
I'm kind of curious what house.
And so we're really behind. So this comment was made like 20 minutes ago.
That's okay.
So anyways, Abdul is here. Hey, Abdul, how are you?
What's up, Abdul?
He says he wants to get a money chart. So a business reading
business
or
or career?
As soon as possible. So please reach out.
Go to the website.
Have that conversation.
BigEAstrology.com, bro.
And see what's there. But
yeah, it's either career or business.
My CGRI. I'm not sure what that is. Jalissa's talking about CGRI. I'm not sure what that is. Let us know.
CGRI.
And then Abdul said Chiron, second house, Gemini at 12 degrees.
Oh, okay. So that wounding could be at 12 years old or 3 years old. Second house, it may be that 3 years old. Could have been around your speaking, your lungs, your hands, maybe the food. Something with dad. Yeah.
And Julissa did say her Chiron was in the 7th house.
Around relationships.
Yeah.
So 24, did you have a bad breakup? Or 6 years old, did your parents get divorced? The 7th house, from a child's perspective, the first relationship you see is mama and papa. Okay? So sometimes it could be a divorce, and they would communicate and get upset and yell and argue at each other. Or at 24, maybe you had a bad breakup or something with a relationship. So, okay. But that means you're the wounded healer part. You can help people with relationships or contracts or negotiations or, the marketplace or in the kitchen. I mean, it could have been 6 years old. You burnt your hand on the toaster in the kitchen. That's a physical wound. You see how it works? So Chiron's really cool. When you guys know and you can break down the Chiron and you meet a stranger or whatever and you get their chart, that's for the non-believers who don't believe in astrology. Because, you meet somebody and they're like, oh, yeah, da-da-da-da. And I'll be like, oh, so what happened to you at 15 years old? They're like, I said, was it this, that? How'd you know that? And I'm like, because of the Chiron wound. So that's for the non-believers that don't believe in astrology, that Chiron wound, that's a chin checker right there. Okay. Because only them and their family may know that wound. God and then me. I know it. I do. But that's how powerful astrology is. Everything's in the chart. Either you as the client don't know or don't remember, or the astrologer can't figure it out. But the astrology is never wrong. It shows to the detailed point where you could even question if you have free will. And that's a timing technique that's really ancient called zodiacal releasing, that you can get down to the day, the month, the minute, that you could see like her falling today with that, just not just the moon Pluto, that like the zodiacal releasing, that something could have been released in Aquarius in her 10th house. Like it's cranium. It's mind blowing. Okay.
Let me see here now. Thank you, everybody. He's good.
Yeah, thank you guys.
And that was Jaleesa and Numerolits. Yes, people are crazy, but you know what? I'm really trying to maintain a higher sense of thought, because I realized for years prior to anybody, he and we had so many bad things happen to us that mentally we were spiraling in those negative spaces.
It made us very negative.
And those negative things were showing up.
Yeah. So you don't want to focus on it.
Yeah. So we learned that lesson, and it was a lot. We went through a lot. But
we're good. Only good things happen to us now.
Only good things happen to us now.
Yeah.
And yes, thank you, Janice. The fact that Janice likes my idea for creativity, I am touched. I am thankful. And let's see, Jackie Washington says
Janice.
The local United Methodist Church and the courthouse has a bell on the top of the building. It rings every hour.
Ooh,
that's cool. Now, is it an actual bell or is it a recording? Because a lot of these places are recording what they send out. So that'd be curious to know. I would assume that it still has healing property even as a recording. But
bells are very healing.
Yeah, they are.
She found some old bells from her grandma.
There's some little bells from my grandma. They're just little things.
But they sound amazing.
They sound wonderful. Yeah. I mean, I have to show them to you guys.
Yeah.
As a little girl, I used to love playing with them. And my mom just, I am not a sentimental person. I throw things away all the time. My mom on the other hand, is total opposite. And so a lot of the stuff that she has ended up in my garage. But I'm like, oh God, Mom, throw it out. But then there's these things that
these keepsakes,
these things that go, oh my gosh. So these bells were one of them. Janice said that her Chiron isn't in Gemini, entering Capricorn 11th house.
Oh, it's Capricorn 11th house?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I wonder what degree it's at, but yeah, I think we talked about that. Huh?
Becoming Chantel is here.
Oh my God.
Hey girl,
it's all the tribe people.
I'm a little late.
We're going to see you tomorrow night.
Your comment.
We're going to see you tomorrow night.
Chiron is in Gemini in the 7th house.
Oh, what degree? Yeah. And that's, that's around the parents' relationship or maybe an early heartbreak for you, But the Chiron wound in the 7th house, it can be about our relationships, our marriage, It's not so easy, around the communication.
Phoenix said we may want to consider getting the kids in self-defense classes. Absolutely. I think that's a fabulous idea. Or on YouTube or something of that nature. You know what? I think you're totally right. I've looked at it at different times, and I think it would be a good thing to do. Abdul said Gemini Chiron 12 degrees in the 2nd house.
Abdul said what?
Gemini Chiron
12 degrees, 2nd house. Yeah, we already talked about that.
Oh, okay. And then Brandon Bailey is here. Do we know Brandon Bailey? Are you new?
I think you're new, Brandon.
I think you're new,
Welcome
Brandon.
to the channel. Share your Sun, Moon, Rising. Break that. Now listen, all you new people, let's hit the subscribe button. I should be at 11K before this episode is done.
And Becoming Chantel just said 18 degrees. So her Chiron
18 degrees
is
now. So that could have been a wounding at 18 years old or 9 years old. So it could have been around your parents' relationships or early heartbreak for you at 18. Did some dirty boy break your heart at 18, Chantel?
Oh, those dirty boys.
Those dirty boys.
They don't even understand.
They didn't know Queen Chantel was becoming Chantel. They didn't know that. They crazy.
They was trying to.
They cry. Ciara. So, oh my gosh, so I'm so excited, right? Tomorrow night, my tribe members that are here, you guys already know the magic of Melinda Valentine, Queen B. She's going to be breaking down this universal seven month, right? And all the life paths, and then also the energy for the numerology of the rest of the year. And she's got special discounts for the tribe members. So if you want to join our tribe, the basic is $10 a month. The premium, with all the bells and whistles, $23 a month. It's www.community.BigEAstrology.com. And what's really great about it, and I got to remind my tribe members, it's the 1 year anniversary. All you guys that joined in June, this is our 25th tribe meeting. So I'm so honored and so excited to have.
It's like a year.
It's
a year of the tribe.
It's
cool.
So humbling. I'm like so excited. But what's great about that is all the premium members, you can order a natal birth chart, solar return chart, secondary progression chart, or the unconscious soul chart, which is connected to human design in the gene keys.
Every time you say that soul chart, I'm like, the soul chart.
And it gives, but it shows you who you were 88 days before your birth. So if you are a Pisces, you go to a Sag. You're a Sag, you go to Virgo. Me, Virgo, my chart, I'm a Gemini sun. So it's 88 days before your birth, and you get a new sun, moon, and rising. But that chart is chilling, how it still resonates with you. So I highly recommend, if that's interesting to you, you can order it at any time. But if you're a tribe member, all the chart services, 50% off for the major chart services. So I would definitely take advantage of that in your 1 year anniversary. So whenever you're ready, just let me know and we can get that scheduled. Okay. So I'm really, 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 really excited about that. But the tribe is awesome. And just to be able to have Queen B back hosting it and breaking down the numerology for everybody. So definitely join the tribe. Between $3, you get the coffee talks for free. And that's $25 and $50. That's what you saving $17 just off the coffee talks by being a premium member of the tribe. That's a steal. And this month, the coffee talks are also very good. Saturday, coffee talk, June 12th, 12 noon, 9 a.m. Pacific, 2 hours via Zoom for $25. I'm breaking down the 1 year transit of Jupiter and Leo for all 12 rising signs, to help you to manifest the abundance, to step into your generosity, your creative self-expression, your regal king and queen energy, and let's see the last thing. Oh, and to embrace stepping into the spotlight. Okay. So we're going to break this down for all 12 rising signs, Saturday, 12 noon Eastern. And if you want to come, go to BigEAstro.com, or you can pay on Cash App and save $2. $23 on Cash App, $BigEAstro. Like I did that with the hands, Astro. I don't know if I did the letters, but Astro. It was kind of cool, right? So BigEAstro, only $23. And then next Friday, where you going to be next Friday? Where you going to be next Friday? June 12th, when I'm doing Rogers Nelson's birth chart. Prince. 7 p.m. Eastern. Doing Prince's birth chart, y'all. And it's going to be coming from a real spiritual perspective. It's going to be dope.
I said, listen, I told him when he said he wanted to do Prince, I said, what song?
No, I don't.
I said, you need to do it from a spiritual perspective. I said, we all know all the stuff about Prince, but we don't, like, I watched this one video with Sloan Bella, and she was breaking down some really cool spiritual stuff that I had never heard. So
yeah. So he's a Scorpio rising, very spiritual, and a Gemini sun. I forgot his moon, but that's next Friday. It's $15, 75 minutes via Zoom, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. So you can order that, and on Cash App, you can do it directly for $13. So either way, I'm telling you, That's why you should join the tribe. You get those coffee talks for free. And at the tribe, we're live over Zoom. So you get to meet these amazing people in the chat. You get to meet Teresa and Jackie and Queen Bee and Janice and Chantel and Quintella and Danny and Nettie and Melissa and Israel and so on, and Desiree and all, Brandon, and the tribe is litty. It's litty.
We have just beautiful people, and
I miss them. It's amazing.
I think we attract beautiful people.
I know we do.
It's funny. Eric was just saying just yesterday. He was talking about our chats and how people come in and they acknowledge each other and they say hi to each other and they ask how they're doing and stuff.
Because there's love here.
And that's not the same with every chat that you go to. I mean, yes, it's YouTube, but this is the community that we've cultivated. And we have pushed certain values for this community. One being that we're built on love. Yeah. And
authentic love,
I love it.
And really supporting and lifting each other up. I think that we got to get to this place when we activate the heart chakra and this Jupiter Leo transit. That's why it's so important. The human design prophecy is that we leave the solar plexus in 2027 as a collective. Will vibrate from the heart chakra, right? And that's the Knowledge is Love Tribe and the Knowledge is Love Astrology podcast. It's all about the love. And to me, I love all my tribe members. Like I get excited and I miss them when I don't see them every, because we normally meet every 2 weeks, but with different dates. Like, so we're not going to meet Friday, July 3rd, because people will be traveling and doing what they're doing July 4th weekend. So next month we have to, after this one on the 19th, then it'll be a 3-week gap again. And I'll be like, oh my God, I missed them, because we're going to meet in July on the 10th and the 24th on those Fridays. Okay. So, it's just love. So we're going to get to Black Moon Lilith and Gemini. Any more comments that you want to catch up on?
No, that's it. We are caught up.
Okay. You guys ready? Caught
Doesn't
up.
happen very often.
Caught up. Get your little usher on caught up. So Black Moon Lilith and Gemini. I know some of y'all are really ready for this one. Do you have it? The true Black Moon Lilith. Miscellaneous on astro.com. H13. Not the glyph, the LIL. LIL, like Long Island. Shout out De La Soul. So, Black Moon Lilith, pre-verbal, pre-rational energy, our yes, no response, pheromones, hormones. It's the divine feminine and the dark feminine. It's our gut instinct, our intuition, right? It's rejection. It's repressed energy. Black Moon Lilith was in old versions of the Bible. They took it out. Adam's first wife, they were created equally. And God forbid, sexually, she wanted to be on top. That's where the rejection and the demonization of the divine feminine came in. The goddess principle, right? And so what we've got to understand is that Lilith is not an energy that you're always aware of. It gets reflected back to you. And then you're like, oh, snap. You get aware of it. And sometimes you get aware of it in the wrong situation. It's very strong in the angular houses, which are what? 1, 4, 7, and 10. The pillars of your life. Let me say it again. 1, 4, 7, and 10. Make sure you're ready to tell a friend. So Black Moon, you like that, right? Black Moon Lilith is very strong in any house and is stronger in a female chart, but definitely strong with the fellas. If you have Lilith and Gemini, comment down below. Let me know what house is in, or if you have a friend or a child or a mama or a grandparent or a sibling or a spouse with it. Be careful with that Black Moon Lilith in the 7th house. Unfortunately, I've seen it time after time where there can be affairs and cheating. Your spouse can cheat on you if you have Lilith in the 7th house. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but I'm saying there's a chance. Okay, so you want to have the tools. You want to know, right? It's better to have the knowledge than to be in the dark, right? And not know. Because then all of a sudden it happens. It's like, how come Eric never told me that? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So Gemini, Lilith and Gemini, you are someone that can be a little bit of a trickster. You could be the cheater. Remember, Scorpio is not everybody. Oh, sex. Scorpio is about deep intimacy and soul merging, Gemini and Leo are way more sexual than Scorpio. Okay? Don't get it twisted. And Scorpio's up there. They're probably 3. And then Virgo and Sag are 4 and 5. Those are the top 5 signs for that. But, Gemini. So Lilith, you can be very intuitive about your what? Your communications. You can have a decoder. When you talk to people and people communicate back with you, you can intuitively be like, nah, they're lying. That's fugazi. They're telling me the okie doke BS. You may be someone that has crazy skills with your hands. You can DJ, you can fix a car, you can plant a tree, you can grow fruits and veggies, and you will know what to say, how to say it at the right time. The way you dispense language is marvelous, darling. Lilith and Gemini. You gotta watch out because you can have some siblings or friends that are backstabbers. They smile in your face.
All the while trying to take your place.
Those backstabbers.
Backstabbers.
So you gotta watch out for that. So the sign will flavor it and give you more insight and more information. Okay, but the one thing you gotta remember, it's your tribe. See, that's what you got to love about astrology. There's high vibrational energy and low vibrational energy with any placement. I'm talking about even in the planetary fall, Moon in Scorpio, Jupiter Capricorn, Venus Scorpio debilitated, Mars Taurus. There's always going to be benefits and challenges. Black Moon Lilith's challenge, I explained it. The benefit, Gemini Sun Moon Risings or Gemini Stelliums, 3 more planets in the sign or house, all in Gemini. Those Gemini people, they will just love you and get you. But like, oh my God, Alana's got Black Moon Lilith and Gemini. I just love her. She's amazing. That's how Geminis would be. No, she doesn't have it. Hers is in Sag and mine is in Virgo. But if you have it in Gemini, that's your tribe of people. They will get you and accept you unconditionally. But at the same time, you got to watch out. Because if something's aspecting that Lilith, those people that are your tribe can betray you and turn against you. So that happened to me. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, sorry.
It's okay.
And you know what, right? What's happening now is that we have to also understand that a lot of these people who are quote unquote betraying us or falling away or whatever.
It's a different frequency.
It is the frequency differences are becoming more and more pronounced as people who are not of the same frequency genuinely can't elevate to spaces where people can, and they will be falling away. And
you got to think of it as a positive.
Understand it from
it hurts.
We just look at it as the day-to-day stuff. You're like, huh, what? But that's what's happening. Let me see now. Quintella's here.
Quintella's in the house.
And she said that Time After Time is her jam.
Yes,
That's a beautiful song. Now, it's bold. Like, what's so funny is that I learned that song from Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
Didn't find out until decades later that it was actually Prince, which is really kind of cool. Phoenix said, Leos should know how to defend themselves because adults that target children are predators and cowards, and anything can be used as a weapon to hit the right weak points. Yes, you're correct. And I do need to teach them, and I probably need to teach myself. I've been thinking about it.
Well, they know a little bit about like boxing and stuff, but definitely we tried when they were younger to get them into karate or taekwondo, and that just didn't.
They didn't have the discipline at that time. But and even the guy was like, "What's up with them?" Yeah. I mean, he was still willing to work with him,
but they were just like, but they may be interested in it now. They probably rather do just boxing, but
yeah. So now Evelyn said Lilith and Gemini in the 12th house.
Oh, Ev, love in the 12th house. That's a private conversation. But the thing is that your intuition could be very deep in the spiritual realm, and Gemini is the messenger, so you can intuitively connect to your dreams and remember them, and even maybe be a dream interpreter, Ev. So that's dope.
And then Watkins said that her father has Lilith in Gemini, fourth
house?
Fourth degree.
Oh,
I mean, 4
fourth
degrees, 12th house.
Oh.
He is also an Aries moon. He is so blunt.
Yeah. Aries moons are tough. They don't, especially the degree, if it's between 0 and 13 degrees, they can be bombastic, very explosive, very emotionally immature. I have a family member with that. It's not nice.
Evelyn says you're on point with the backstabbing. Friends are on, that's
and that could be the hidden enemy too, Ev. Gemini, Sun, Moon, risings. This is challenging. This is a perfect example. So for Evelyn, with Lilith in the 12th, her hidden talent is the communication and intuition and her hand skills, right? With the jewelry making and the forest thing and the crystals, all that. But the hidden enemies can be Gemini, Sun, Moon, rising. But then at the same time, those could be your tribe of people, the Gemini, Sun, Moon, risings. So you got to sift through like, are you an enemy or are you my tribe? You an enemy, you my tribe. You got to interview people and trust your intuition. That's how that works in the 12th house. It can be very tricky, Evie. Very tricky. Anybody else?
Yes. We've got newbies.
Hey,
here.
newbies.
So, okay, wait.
Did Brandon share his big 3? Brandon, share your Sun, Moon, rising, bruh. I got you, bruh. Are you guys smashing the like button for me? And do me a favor. After the live is over, like a broken record, come back and leave a comment in the comment section, not the chizzy, not the chat, but in the comment section. It helps the show grow in the algorithms, and I greatly appreciate it. We always receive super chats, and don't forget, you can hit a little like, Eric needs ice cream. And I don't do ice cream, just but sorbet. I do sorbet. My palate is so distinguished, darling. I don't do what the peasants do with the ice cream to mess up my precious gut. I do sorbet. Cash App, $ BigEAstro for my sorbet, so I can watch my Knicks play on Friday. Now, during the tribe meeting, sorry, Queen Bee, I'm going to be anxious. We'll be here. The TV will be on mute, but my eyes will be going over here like this. Me and Alana may switch seats because I'll be like, I got a what's up? The first quarter, I got a because the Knicks will be on 8:30. Now, the tribe meeting is from 7 to 9. So I'll miss 30 minutes, but I gotta keep my eye on it because it's the NBA Finals. But I'm gonna be at the tribe. But I'm gonna have the Knicks on mute. I'm keeping it real, right? Okay.
Oh, so
very real.
Okay, let's see. We have a new person, Mama Quacko.
Quacko?
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 Quakko. Quacko.
Cuckoo? Quacko? Q? Chuku? Chuku? Hey, Mama Q. I'm going to call her Mama Q.
Mama Q.
Mama Q, what it do? Welcome to the channel. Please subscribe, share.
Tell us about the name. Tell us what it means, because I know it has meaning.
I know it's something deep.
We are not making fun of you.
Hope it's something deep. And tell me your Sun, Moon, and rising, your big 3.
You know what? I skipped right over. Girl Gone Defunder.
Oh.
Defunder?
From up under?
Yes, something like
Share
that.
your Sun, Moon, rising. Welcome.
She said
please
you
subscribe.
were right in one of your older videos that we would definitely make contact with all different types of beings. Living off grid, already seeing beings. Oh, so you live off grid? You would only see a fairy tale in a fairy tale book. Ooh, well,
which video? Okay, tell me which video. Which video
this.
was that? My
tell us what's up.
Was that my Pluto Aquarius, my Neptune Aries video? Which one? Let me know. But yeah, no, I definitely. I think if people go back and see some of my older videos, they'd be like, "How did Eric know that?" It'd be the same thing if you listen to my first album, Hip Hop Forever. You'd be like, how did he know that?
Quaco. So Mama Quaco.
Mama Quaco. What does it mean, Mama? And please share your Sun, Moon, rising, your big 3. But welcome to the channel. Please subscribe. Appreciate you.
We do. Now I've hopped around a little bit.
Okay.
So
she's hopping.
Evelyn said she can interpret dreams and she has a good story about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do tell.
Go ahead, Ev. That's that Lilith and Gemini girl.
And then Girls Gone said, I'm not sure where she is in my chart. So
Lilith,
right. I'm just so look up the glyph. Do you have, well, if you can pull up your chart, that would be.
Yeah. And I
do you
tell
know
you
what the
guys,
glyph looks like?
yeah, well, don't worry about the glyph. You want the H13. So go to astro.com in the bottom right corner, miscellaneous, put in H13 to get the true Black Moon Lilith, and it'll be LIL, and then like a little circle. LIL. Long Island.
And I want to know about these beings that you saw. Like I've run into fairies.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's see.
We've seen blue beings before in Sedona.
Anyway, let's see. Mama Quaco.
Yeah.
Mama Quaco said,
I'm gonna call you Mama Q.
I'm a Gemini. My birthday is May 23rd.
Oh, happy birthday.
Our son is May 25th Gemini.
Yeah, happy belated birthday.
You crazy like he is. You just constantly switch up.
Gemini, wait.
No,
I've told you about Gemini.
He's not crazy. I can't keep up.
They're 2 to 3 personalities, the men, and the women are 3 to 4. So have you mastered your 4 personalities, Mama Q? Be honest.
I feel like I am very loyal Gemini.
Okay,
loyal
good.
to my own fault.
Oh.
Yeah, that happens. But you know what? We don't have to have that happen. You know, that's something that was trained to us.
But wait, but let me say this. This is a real thing. Gemini women, their picker can be off in terms of choosing their
Is your
man.
picker off?
Is your picker off with the men? Reach out. I can help you with the chart reading or love chart.
Oh, she said her little brother is the 25th.
Okay, cool. But what's your moon and your rising?
Let me finish.
Okay,
I haven't even finished reading her thing.
Okay, sorry.
She's very loyal.
Yeah.
To her own fault. Sometimes a lot of people tend to think that we're two-faced, but I give you the energy you give me.
Ooh, I heard that.
All right.
I heard that. I actually don't think Gemini's two-faced. I don't like when people say that. Gemini is the messenger,
I've
and
never gotten that two-faced from my side.
And Gemini, what they can do is that they can get the messages from the ethereal spiritual realm and the physical mundane. Because you have to understand what Mercury is, right? Hermes. Mercury can go to Pluto, Hades, the underworld, and it can go be with the sun and moon, the luminaries, right? Mercury is no joke. People sleep on Gemini and Mercury and Virgo. They're very spiritual. It's just in a different way. Virgo brings things through their intuition, through their stomach, into the physical realm, right? And then Gemini, everything is in the Mercury, in the masculine air, in the ether. So they're getting messages all over the place, you know? Very brilliant. Back in the days, the ancients used to look at Mercury as a symbol for astrology, not how we look at like Uranus and Neptune and stuff now. So a lot of Geminis and Virgos were ancient astrologers at Mercury. And
then our friend Evelyn, she said,
what up, Ev?
Where did her comment go? Let's see. Evelyn said, she says, I'm staying away from friendship, not working for her.
Okay.
And maybe it's a time for that self-reflection. This is a 7-month, and we just sent out the newsletter talking about it's not solitude. It's not, doesn't have to be a prison. It's a time for growth.
Did you guys see our newsletter?
Yeah, who got our newsletter? Did you get the newsletter?
The newsletter is
if you
no
didn't
joke.
Get the newsletter, then
you
what
need
I want
to go
you to
sign
do
up.
Is sign up. If it's, I don't know if it's live.
Yeah,
okay, I'm trying to teach
BigEAstro.com.
myself how to build these websites.
It's
if you
on
don't
there.
see the pop-up come, just email him at Eric Big E Astrology. Your email, say, hey, I want to get on.
Eric at BigEAstrology.
Eric at BigEAstrology.com.
Yeah.
And tell him you want to get on there and get that email, because I wrote a whole nice little thing for what all the energies going on.
It's a beautiful newsletter
with us right now.
And we're also talking about the tribe meeting tomorrow night.
So it might
Queen
be that time where you're having to sit in solitude and there's a growth coming because of it. And let's see, Mama Quaco said, my son is a Gemini, my son is Gemini, my moon is Libra, and the rest are Gemini as far as I know.
What's your rising sign, sweetie? Do you know that?
So I think she's saying that her rising is Gemini. So you're Gemini sun, Gemini rising.
Maybe not.
And
she may not know.
Okay. Well.
But your sun and moon, I'll tell you that much, your parents really wanted you. And the Libra moon, you're emotionally seeking balance. it's a very peaceful moon, but emotionally it can go through the ebbs and flows because people can kind of mess with it, and then it can throw you off. You can get upset and down in the dumps, and then you're back up and you're high. So, you know, how you relate to others is key to your emotional mindset and who you let energetically in your sphere, right? The aura is 6 feet apart. So watch who comes in your bubble. And as you guys know, the electromagnetic, you know, we're electromagnetic beings, but the heart permeates out 3 feet around us. The aura is 6 feet. The heart is 3 feet. 3, 6, 9.
The goose drank wine. So then let's see. Phoenix said, I think Geminis are naturally cheaters. Geminis act like he was shocked when his Libra wife left him and did not return. Now divorced after giving his cheating are so many chances, he thought.
Sounds personal.
You know.
Yeah, but I get that. I mean, I've had some Gemini
people
friends.
Are definitely more prone.
I've had some Gemini friends over the years that they
but
cheated.
with that being said,
anybody
it
can
doesn't
cheat.
mean that you have to be a cheater.
Yeah.
So Geminis, you do not get a free pass on that.
No, that's a low vibrational. And
yeah,
it's a
and
choice.
that's a low vibrational.
It's a choice. Yeah, it's a choice.
And that's the thing is
because I know some amazing Geminis, high vibrational, that would never cheat. That they're so brilliant and fun and loving, and so.
And then Mama Q. I've stopped that I stay with myself. I learned to accept being alone because when I have less energies involved in my life as far as bad intentions go, because thoughts become things, and if someone doesn't want the best for me, you won't always know, no matter the relation. So I just keep things to myself until they come to fruition. Well, that is definitely a different way of perspective.
That's interesting, but you can also build up your intuition so you do know. So you don't have to be like recluse or whatever. So you're like not trusting people, but you know, your intuition, you know, will guide you. And so you can have discernment. I mean, yes, you're right. I mean, some people are good at masking their intentions, and some people can be really sweet and kind in your face, and then they're the backstabber behind your back. But we've got to develop our spiritual muscles, this third eye and stuff.
Definitely experience a lot of what you're speaking on, and I just have always, you know, but at the same time too, I just always share everything. I'm more open and free in that way. However, it's not always, you know, we go through our challenges because of it, for sure. Let's see. Girls Gone. I have Lilith in the 10th house. Cancer.
Oh, Lilith in Cancer. I know somebody.
And Mama Q said, I am very in tune with myself. I have been having a premonition since I was about 2 years old. Wow. My grandmother's always guided me all throughout those.
Oh, I love that.
Guided me through those. My mother is a Virgo, 9/11.
Oh my God, really? You know whose birthday that is, 9/11?
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm the day before. And pretty crystals. I love them. Keep reading.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Let's see. I don't have anyone body around me except for my best friend, and I talk to my mother and my siblings. But other than that, I keep people away because I know that I'm here to accomplish something.
That's Mama Q?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually,
but remember, we're not an island unto ourselves. So it sounds like what you need is a tribe. The Knowledge is Love tribe, where you get nothing but love and high vibrational people, Mama Q.
Yeah, we have some really great people.
Yeah, www.community.BigEAstrology.com. Think about it. A lot of these amazing people in the chat, right? We got Quintella, we got Janice, we got Jackie Washington, we got Chantel, we got Teresa. We got some.
Hey, Teresa,
we got some amazing people who would love to show you love. So think about joining our tribe, okay?
And let's see. It says actually, Mama Q says cheating is a deal breaker, so I don't know where that comes from, that's not true at all.
Well, no, it's not true for you, but it is definitely true. Geminis do cheat. But it's not based, you just don't base it on the sun sign, right? I don't like to generalize. That's pop astrology. And for relationships, you look deeper than the sun. But I've experienced Geminis cheating on me. I've had Gemini guy friends that I've seen them in relationships or married cheating. So it's just not a made up stereotype. It's noted in history that people have seen. So it's a real thing, sweetie. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not like that though, and that's good. And that's how it should be. And this one pretty too. So those what I showed you were my big three: Capricorn, Virgo, and Scorpio. And then this one is this is the amethyst stone, right? This is like connected to my Pisces North Node.
Raw.
Yeah, raw stone. Beautiful.
Let's see. So Girl Gone, I'm a Capricorn sun, Virgo moon, and a Libra rising.
Okay, wait. Libra rising, the Virgo moon in the 12th, and the Capricorn sun in the 4th. Did your parents get divorced? And was your home very strict? A lot of rules, a lot of responsibilities. Your mom and dad really wanted you, right? They're in the trine, but you and your mom may not see eye to eye all the time. Doesn't mean she was a bad mom. Virgo moms can be kind of tough. And that Virgo moon is showing that sometimes the mother was pointing the finger at you all the time. Clean up that bedroom, do this, do that, you know what I mean? And so that's what you could experience with the Virgo moon in the 12th house. But let me know if mom and dad got divorced. And I'm sensing if they did, it was probably after you left the house, but you let me know. But you are someone that can work for the government. You're very disciplined, hardworking. You're an introvert, but maybe after age 30, 32, you kind of became the introverted extrovert. And that Virgo moon is your hidden talent. You're super intuitive. You could be great at nursing, accounting, nutrition, financial advisor, planner, any counseling or therapy, psychologist, social work. Virgo moon in the 12th house, that's like the best nurse ever. Like I'd be like, well, I don't want to go back to the hospital, but I would hope that you would have been my nurse when I was in the hospital, if you are a nurse. But yeah, thank you for sharing. And remember that Libra rising, your upper and lower torso should be even, symmetrical, and so your face should be symmetrical as well. Okay? But thank you for sharing. Make sure you guys are hitting the subscribe button for me. I really appreciate it. And one thing I want to say about the Lilith, Black Moon Lilith in Gemini, you're very intuitive about the communications you have with others, right? So whether it's in the 6th house, your work or health or daily routine, whether it's in the 12th house, in your dreams and dream interpreting in the spiritual realm, whether it's Black Moon Lilith and Gemini in the 4th house, maybe it's with your emotions and your mom. Let me tell you something about Lilith in the 4th, though. That may be the most challenging place to have it. Not every time does it turn out to be so bad. But if you're a parent, you have a child with Black Moon Lilith in the 4th house, you have to be careful and watch out for them spending the night at their friends' houses, especially when I'd say between birth and like 13, 14. You got to be very mindful and careful, because Lilith in the 4th house can deal with physical or sexual abuse. Same with the 8th house. Okay. And the spiritual house is 4, 8, 12. You got to be careful with that Lilith, because sometimes it can be date rape, 12th house, 5th house, sexual assaults, affairs at work, 6th house, 9th house. You could get touched by a pastor or a priest, a teacher. So yeah, just Lilith is it's potent for sure. Okay. So a couple more questions or comments, and then before we bounce. But I thank you guys for coming. I may come back on this weekend. I'm not sure. I'm going to check my schedule Saturday or Sunday. But I definitely, next up we'll probably be getting into Gemini through all 12 houses. I may touch on, though, the Juno, Ceres, and part of Fortune. I don't think I've done that. So I may do that one and then do Gemini in all 12 houses. Okay. But then we do have some guests coming up in June. So I'm working on some different guests to come on the podcast. So I'm excited about that. And Miss Portia Cooper is coming on June 25th to break down the energy of our 250th anniversary of Independence Day for the United States of America. So that should be interesting. She's going to break down, I think, maybe it's the numerology and cardology of that. And she's going to come do cardology in the tribe on the 19th. So we've got two amazing people from, and go subscribe to the Dreams, Dollars, and Destiny podcast with the amazing numerologics, Melinda Valentine, Nick Westbrooks, and Portia Cooper. They were on my podcast not too long ago. Go watch that episode. Just amazing souls and brilliant astronumerologists. So you want to check that out. Okay. And two of them will be at the tribe on the 5th and the 19th, because that's how we roll. That's how we do things over here at the Knowledge is Love Tribe, son.
So you just did Girl Gone, and she said she was adopted.
Okay.
No family, had the lonely, what people call chosen path. Let's see what else she said. She says, gifted since I was a kid. Since I was a kid, embrace my gifts. Later on in life, because of judgment and fear, I have already made contacts and past lives and visions and dreams, etc.
Wow.
I am a light language. Etc. I am at light language coming in now.
Good.
Very
you sound
cool.
like you should join the
Awesome.
tribe. You would love it. We've
That's
done
really
light
cool.
language at the tribe. We get into
I'd love
all
to
that
talk
stuff.
more with you about all of that.
Reach out.
Let me see here now. I'm just going to quickly go over and see where we are with the comments. Mama Q said, what I mean is someone can love you so much that they want a lot of for you, and someone can hate you so much that they want nothing for you at all. They both can be overwhelming energy at the same time. True that. Phoenix said, hey, the Gemini thought variety of life and cheating was the space of life. She was remarried. He's still brooding 18 years later and has not remarried, but now a minister regularly acts like he has PMS.
Oh my God.
It just sounds like somebody who's not healed, Phoenix.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me.
That's unfortunate.
And, unfortunately, that's what we have to get to the healing.
Earth
healing
school is
doesn't
challenging.
Always feel good. And a lot of people, and
don't want to do the work
at various times too, you don't want to go through not feeling good, but you got to go through the not feeling good.
The shadow work is the key, y'all.
There's a lot.
You got to have the snot coming out your nose, the tears,
Evelyn said Gemini men are all cheaters. She's
like,
and I put the snap down.
And she's like, well, mic drop what? Say I'm wrong. What?
Girls
I
Gone.
love you, Ev.
Girls Gone. Gifted since I was a kid. Embrace my gifts later on in life. Okay, wait, no, we already read that one. I'm sorry. I tried to get to that because I knew you did her big three, and I just figured my anyways. Mama Q said, wow. And let's see. And then Girls Gone said, yes, that's where Lilith came in. She was abused as a child. And I'm sorry.
So sorry.
It's really unfortunate how many
Lilith
of us have had that happen.
Yeah.
I'm just, I want to get to a place where we live in a world where there are enough compassion.
Where all kids
and loving people
grow up without
these types of things
traumas.
Are like the stuff they read about in history books.
Yeah.
And then Evelyn, I think Gemini rising is more of a cheater than the sun.
Really?
And
that's interesting. Okay.
And then
I'd have to do some research on that one, but that's interesting.
We'll be talking to all the cheaters of the world. We need to find out what's going on.
Well, we have a son that has Gemini rising, but I don't know.
We'll see. He's young.
No.
I'm going to hope.
He's not young. He's old.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Gemini rising, not
Gemini rising. Okay, that's right. Okay. Let's see. Phoenix said, thank you, Big E, for that clarity on a lot of Geminis that are cheaters, and typical Aquarius is no better. Hey, if the shoe fits, they know who they are.
Well,
so true, girl.
I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know Aquarius to be cheaters, but I hate to say it, I always say this, but especially the men, they like that under the table action. They're freaky, they're nasty, they're wild. But they're very emotionally detached. So that's hard. They're challenging to be in relationships with. God knows I tried, but You know, I came home to the truth and got with my Pisces wife, and thank God I found her. You know, but you know.
I'm glad you found me too.
Oh yeah.
Took you long enough.
Well, listen, I was in the right place. You were supposed to come back home. You the one that left New York and went gallivanting around. Then you had to.
Well, it's funny. I always knew I was going to move back to New York, and I had tried to move back when I was working for Saks Fifth Avenue, and it just didn't work out at the time.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe
It wasn't my fault.
Whatever. I had to go through what I went through so that I could be prepared. Let's see.
Are y'all hyped up about my Knicks? I don't see one of you saying something about my Knicks in the chat. Jalen Brunson's the Virgo. What?
So girls gone said Hecate and Khalid. Sorry, Ma, Sekhmet, Bastet, and Artemis and Inanna.
That's the one Rihanna sings
many
about.
more.
Yeah.
I have Feya in my energy right now. Okay, so is those like what Hindu? What is that? I think it's a mixture, right? Because it's Hecate.
No, some of that is going back to ancient Kemet.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know all of them. I mean, Artemis, that's what they just did with that whole little thing and the fake moon thing. But yeah, and Nana, that's what Rihanna was singing about. So you know, it's interesting because
Nana, what's your name?
Yeah, exactly. And so that's what they, you know, in terms of the occult, right? They will honor, you know, different things, even honor Baphomet or whatever. But the thing is that some people do stuff and they're doing it under, you know, a bad pretense. And then some people are doing the same or similar things under good. So it's very challenging. And, you know, not everybody knows how to deal with, maneuver, or interpret those. You know what I mean? But yeah, please, I would love to talk to you. Maybe you could be a guest on the show. You know, you sound like you about this life. So definitely reach out, Eric at BigEAstro.com, and I think you should join the tribe. You would really love it.
Yeah, I'd be interested.
And same with you, Mama Q, too.
Okay, so numerologics, I think she was saying goodbye or thank you. I'm not sure.
Bye, Queen.
But love you.
Yeah.
And Mama Q said, oh no, she is absolutely correct, referring to Ms. Evelyn up here. She said that her little brother, who passed away August 18th, 2023, and I'm sorry.
So sorry.
His birthday was June 18th, and he was a total dog.
Well, but that's a Gemini sun sign. She was referring to the Gemini risings being more of a cheater. But yeah, I mean, listen, you guys, we know every sign can cheat. Do some have more tendencies? I would say yeah. In my life experience, 55 years, I would definitely say yeah. But, you know, sometimes the cheating is dealing with a vulnerability and insecurity, you know, and so any sign can go through that, Aries through Pisces. You know what I mean? It's a moral issue. It's emotional. It's what you saw as a child from your parent. You know what I mean? So the best thing we can do is try to have the help. Like our kids, we're so proud that our kids get to see, right, their mother and father in love and in a healthy marriage and relationship. That is healing generations beyond.
We've had this conversation with our kids because, you know, they're like, yeah, you're one of the few, like,
oh, most of their friends are divorced.
One of the few families. And we've had other kids in our cars, and they were like, yeah, you know, your family and my parents, we're the only ones where that the families are still married. And it's not, it's about being able to model what's best. And the reality is I didn't grow up with that model. You didn't grow up with that model. And many of us did not grow up with that.
Well, my parents, I think, would have stayed together. It just, you know,
right,
father was
but,
murdered.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to, you know, but we didn't grow up with that. Yeah. But the reality is,
we're here to break generational curses.
You would have also grown up with a father and watching him cheat on his mother. So you could romanticize that. Would they have stayed together? Maybe she would have gotten fed up with it.
Yeah.
Maybe there would have been more children coming out.
Because my dad was an Aries and he cheated. I have a half sibling.
So you don't know what would have happened. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to
no, it sounds like fighting words.
Well, I just think it's good to look at realities
yeah,
of stuff,
yeah.
not
Well,
just
I mean, he
the
you know,
romanticized.
he had,
Oh, I know
well,
they
no,
would have
no.
been happy and in love. Maybe,
Well,
maybe not.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You know.
But I think she was very forgiving.
Yeah, but even forgiveness can only go so far.
That's right.
I'm just
Some of you-
just saying,
some
even
of you
forgiveness
men-
can only go so far. Now he's good, I don't have to worry. But anyway, let's see now. Girls,
look at this face. Don't I look like a good boy?
He's a good boy. I'm very blessed. So Phoenix is saying about the YouTube and different martial art techniques that we can teach the boys and see what works with them. And that's a really great idea for looking at different types to try that out before we commit to anyone
before we pay
house and pay the monies and all that. Because that's my issue. I'm like, I'm one of those moms. I'm like, what did I pay for? You better get your ass over there. I paid for it. And I don't have time for like stopping to pay for it. And then Girls Gone said my biggest contact so far, Arcturian and Palladians and a gray light and a gray light codes and telepathy and visions. They communicated it was interesting. Wow, cool. Very interesting. You should go look at his podcast.
Yeah, my episode
Vivian Chauvet.
She's come on twice. Vivian Chauvet. She's an Arcturian ambassador.
But
so you may really resonate.
So go check out that. That's an older video. And then Drea. Drea would be very interesting. So check out
that's
the podcast
911 Awakening with Drea.
Very fascinating. Yeah. You would enjoy those. And let's see. Phoenix said Earth signs can come in second on the cheating radar. Truth be told.
Wait, Earth signs? You said come in second behind
Earth signs,
after the Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. They can be pretty loyal. I mean, when I was younger, did I cheat a couple of times? Yeah. But that was where I was still not fully in the self-love category. And I also knew they weren't wifey. Not an excuse. I'm just telling you the reality of where I was at, right? Didn't have the best self-love. And that's why Saturn 7th house, I had to get disciplined with the self-worth so then I could vibrate on the right frequency to then meet the wife. Saturn, Taurus, 7th house. Bing bong. Pay attention. So, you know what I mean? So that's real. You know what I mean? I surely was far from perfect, but at the same time, I will say I never really mistreated any girlfriend. If you lined them up and interviewed them, no, Eric was a good guy. You know what I mean? And that was like, I think that's a good calling card that, the majority of them would still probably want to be friends with me today. I was not like some jerk. I wasn't a jerky guy. My mother wouldn't have had it. She would have slapped me up. You know what I mean? But, you live and you learn. Do I regret ever cheating in the past? Yeah. It wasn't nice. Did they know? I don't think so. But women are so more intuitive than men. So could they have, maybe intuitively knew? Yeah. But, I was never sloppy about it to hurt them and put it in their face. No. Never that. So we're getting ready to wind down, but I want to just say this. So, I will probably do, wrapping up Gemini season, even though we still got a ways to go, right? We are in the second decan. This is the Gemini Libra decan from 10 to 19 degrees. Geminis definitely reach out. To be honest with you, whether you do it with me or another astrologer, everybody should book a solar return chart every year. And the reason why I say that, you guys, is that I say this story a lot, but it's really important. I can see in the solar return chart how the year will actually play out for you. And you can see medical issues. You could see things. And that happened with my cousin. And I told her to go see the doctor, and I was correct. And she had two different things. One was a cyst in the breast. Thank God it wasn't cancerous. But then she had another issue that I think led to a procedure. So, you can see amazing things in the solar return chart. Second day progression chart, I highly recommend as well, because you may be a Gemini, but depending on your age, you may be vibrating as a Leo, and maybe your Libra rising, is rocking its Sag rising. So it lays on top of the birth chart, but the second day progression chart connects to the Bible. 1 day equals 1 year in the book of Genesis. That's second day progression, right? Just so you guys know, the Bible is like a survival's guide, like a farmer's almanac, and astrology is encoded all through the Bible. It's in the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, the Book of Gilgamesh, the Emerald Tablets. Astrology is ancient. Capiche? So definitely reach out, BigEAstro.com. Email me with any questions, eric@BigEAstro.com. If you are going to come to Coffee Talk, make sure you email me so I can get you the Zoom link. And that's going to be Saturday. The tribe meeting's tomorrow night. She's sending out the Zoom link right now.
No, I'm doing something for the card deck right now.
We got to get that Zoom link out.
But
she'll be sending out the Zoom link
Girls
shortly.
Gone, Drea did a reading on her. See, I can tell when people are going to connect. There you go.
Drea, that's dope.
Yeah, no, it is really. She's really fabulous, right?
Yeah,
I love her.
Drea's so sweet.
Anyway, so Girls Gone, not me, LOL. I'm a Capricorn. I have never cheated. And Girls Gone said, as a Capricorn, I was bumping heads and Leos and Aries can be friends with them, just no relationship with those and those Scorpios, LOL. Yep.
Well, but let me tell you something. You don't want to base it on the sun signs. When I do a love chart reading, I'm looking at your 5th house, your 7th house. For the ladies, the Mars is the candy that you're sexually attracted to, not always the husband. The Jupiter is the husband. You got to look at the Juno, which is the asteroid for long-term relationships, commitment, and marriage. And then Venus is how you want to receive the love for a lady. So the sun sign and then the moon's important. The sun sign is like the 6th or 7th thing that we would look at. So don't ever base relationships, you guys, on the sun sign. Any two signs can get together. Now, I will admit, as a Virgo, I can't fathom myself being in a relationship with an Aries woman. But if the chart kind of showed that it could work out, then maybe it would. It's just that the energies that I've been around when I was single and growing up that were Aries women, I was like, no. But seriously, any two sun signs can work out together. Just always remember that. You got to look at the birth chart.
They can work. And here's the thing. If you know some of the triggers and you know some of the things you're looking for, you can find ways to avoid it and maybe find ways to actually complement each other, right?
Yeah.
That's what knowledge does, you know.
That's why knowledge is love.
And let's see.
We are New York. And we are basketball. We are the New York Knicks.
Guys, just pray for me because I'm going to be having screaming and yelling, and just let the Knicks win tonight because...
No, it's not tonight. Friday.
Oh, it's Friday. We're still talking.
We just played last night.
You're hyped up. Yes, you did just play last night, and you won last night. So that's where the hype is coming.
Yes.
Please, I want him to continue to be hyped.
Now, you would think that she would get like a little bit of sports knowledge and be a little bit of a sporty.
Not really.
Being married to me for 18 years. I'm a Yankees, Knicks, Steelers fan. College basketball, North Carolina Tar Heels. College football, Michigan and Alabama. Hockey, the Islanders.
Oh, I didn't know the Islanders.
Well, I don't really follow that much hockey anymore, but I love the Islanders. Well, I know who's in the Stanley Cup.
I know, but
it's the Vegas Knights and the Carolina Hurricanes.
Like hockey.
I'm not a big hockey guy.
I think hockey is just an excuse for white folks to fight, and then they call it and they don't call it violent. It's not violent. It's hockey.
Well, there's a lot of skill in hockey, so
let the basketball folks get in a fight.
No, the whole world ends.
Oh my God! Oh Lord, they're so violent. They're so violent. Oh my God!
They let them get out their frustrations.
The hockey folks. Oh, that's just hockey. A little bit of frustration.
But hockey was started by Black people in Canada, in Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
Dark ice, black ice. You didn't know that, did you? I guess knowledge is love. You come here, I'm gonna tell you something about everything and everything.
And you notice that most Black folks have left hockey.
Yeah, there's a few.
It was overrun.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Anyways, okay. Yeah. So Girls Gone. Let's see. So she said that Drea is a good friend of hers.
Oh,
she did a reading, which is awesome. I think she's
really
you're
friends with Drea?
I think she's so sweet. She's such a nice person.
So I'm gonna have her back on.
Drea actually did a reading on me and picked up the trans-dimensional shamanism that I carry on my pumped, pumped. I don't even know how to say that.
Wait, are you saying you're down with 50 Cent? The PIMP? I don't know what you heard about me.
But I'm a psycho pumped MC.
I'm a pump the next MC.
Anyways,
Jaru knows about me.
She got it on point, and she's amazing. Thank you for you guys are awesome.
Reach out to me.
So are you.
And thank you for coming. You brought so much love and knowledge to the episode. I love it. And that's what I love. Like you and Mama Q came in and you just boom, 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 and kept it live and vibrant and active. And that's what it's about here. Please return. Please subscribe and like. Do me all a favor, though.
Yes. Is he at 11,000 followers yet? When did you get to be his lucky?
Yeah, make sure you subscribe.
Follower.
I went to bed being 3 short, and I woke up this morning, I was 5 short. I'm like, 2 people unsubscribed?
Oh my God.
I'm like, that's ugly. And then now I think I'm 3 or 4 away. So hopefully you new people subscribe, and then
subscribe.
But
I'm trying to get him to 1 million.
I really appreciate you guys. Do come back in 35 seconds to leave a comment. It really does help the show grow in the algorithm. Probably will rock and roll with you guys probably Saturday night. If not, maybe Sunday afternoon, just depending on, actually no, Sunday will be out. But got to get the locks retwisted on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But
I got to make sure he looks right if he's going to be on my arm.
Length and elevation for the nation, you understand? But
Beast generation.
But the boys outside.
Yes, they're outside.
Yeah. So I just want to say though, on this universal 7th month, I really recommend you guys join the tribe and come Friday night. Queen Bee, Melinda Valentine is going to really get us ready for the rest of the year and this month. But it is a month, to be honest. It's spiritual solitude, but it's really for your safety, for your sanity, for your frequency, energy, and vibration. July and August, not for joke. The energy is going to be intense and challenging. And so it's really important that this month of June, we build up our spiritual muscles. And so I would encourage you to increase your meditations, increase your solitude time, increase your prayer, increase your toning, right? Your all of it, your breath work, because when Jupiter enters Leo, that's very positive, but you're going to feel a lot coming up in August with the solar eclipse on the 12th. We have the nodal shift July 27th. And trust me when I tell you, with all these outer planets in fire and air signs, after July 27th, you're going to wake up and it's December 24th. The year is going to move mucho rápido from August to the end. It's going to be a blink. And it's not going to be the easiest blink. But I really encourage you. Watch my video. I released it just the other day, Uranus squaring the nodes on June 12th. That energy, we're already in that energy now. We've got Mars conjunct Uranus on July 4th, Independence Day. Please be mindful and be careful. It's a very explosive energy. And I think there's, not necessarily on July 4th, but soon, there will be a false flag event coming. So we want to just have the spiritual discernment and be aware. And the way that you do that is by connecting. So this month is a gift to us. We're going to be like, thank you, June, for getting me ready for July and August, right? And we always need to connect. And the more you increase, and please connect and ground in earth and nature. That could be at the beach. That could be in the grass, connecting and hugging a tree. It's super important. I'm about to go outside and go chill my tree right now in this heat. I'm dedicated because I'd be outside meditating at 104 degrees. Okay. So that's what it is.
Yes. So thank you. And I looked up Psycho Pumped. Thank you for that knowledge. Girls Gone, Phoenix, Biggie. People say it's not in the Bible. It's against the Bible. When some people don't fully understand the Bible and refuse to study, yeah, you said a lot there. I 100% agree. And
but astrology, they think of it as a sin, but it's encoded all in the Bible.
Yeah, okay. It is. Yeah. It is. And it's gosh, don't
Go watch
that's
my
a whole
3
thing.
episodes of
yes,
Micah
go look
Dank.
at Micah Dank.
Astrotheologist.
Were you with us during when he was coming on the show, Phoenix?
I don't know if she was there.
Go
for those
back
episodes.
and watch them if you missed it. He's amazing, and he actually has written multiple books, and you can buy his book.
Into the
He
Rabbit
is
Hole
phenomenal.
series. Yeah.
He's a scholar. Like his reading is not going to be that easy reading. He studies. He's really about it. Phoenix also said that Memorial Day was started by Black soldiers.
Yes, we know that. Yeah.
And Girls Gone
That's
said
after
definitely when
the
the
union,
weather
yeah.
starts to shift in December, Capricorn. I definitely feel it. Yes. And thank you guys for enjoying watching you guys. Such
Thank
a vibe.
you.
Oh, thank you.
We
for
appreciate
watching.
you.
We
Please come
appreciate
back.
it.
Please come
and
back.
Tell Drea we said hi. Give her a shout out and some love from the Taylors. And
I just talked to her the other day, I think, or
okay.
texted with her because I sent her a video. So, but yeah, we that's how we roll. We roll with great people like Drea, but our tribe is really special, and I think both of you guys, including Phoenix, but Girls Gone, and it's so funny. I don't want to tell you to change your name, but whenever I see the girls,
I know. I think
of Girls Gone Wild. Yeah,
that's the first thing.
I can't help but I can't.
Are you taking off your shirt?
Yeah, I'm like, are we doing spiritual nudity? Oh, I'm spiritual, but look at these. It's like, I'm only joking, but that's what you think about.
Sorry,
we're of that age.
But you know what? Let me say this. She talks about some really. She got some spiritual stuff here. And thank you for sharing, because I did. I looked up that psycho-pumped thing, and it's a deity that helps with the transition of energy from this dimension to the next. So it's deep stuff. So no,
definitely email me.
She's not just taking off her shirt.
No.
She's getting spiritual. Maybe you're not at all. I don't want to offend you.
She's going wild like Lilith. I'm primal cardinal female.
Oh, that's it. That's right.
She's wild. Yeah.
Lilith would take off her shirt.
Lilith would, and be like, "Don't look at me. Head here, eyes here. Don't you look down. Don't you dare look down. These are to feed my children, not for you to look at, you dirty man."
Oh. Yes, no, that's right. Okay.
And then the men are like, "I'm a baby." It's like, but anyway, I love you guys. Thank you. Tribe meeting tomorrow night. You can join the tribe at www.community.BigEAstrology.com. Coffee Talk, you can still sign up, BigEAstrology.com, or Cash App $BigEAstro for $23. Saturday, June 6th, 12 noon Eastern, 2 hours, $25. Jupiter and Leo for all 12 rising signs, 1-year transit. It's going to be outstanding, and much love. All right?
What do you want to get that? Hold on.
Okay.
And yes, good box breathing. Love you guys. I got to go run. The children need something.
Yeah. Just wait a second.
All right, just a minute.
Right.
Just a minute.
Wait, come say hi. People were praying for you. Come here.
Yes, come say hi.
Come say hi.
Everybody was worried about the boy.
Yeah.
His hair's messed up.
That's okay.
Because he has to wear a helmet when he wears up, and he was in the pool. But I make him wear helmets.
This is Mateus.
Hello.
They all know me.
Yeah. Well, there's new people on. They don't all know you.
They don't. Yeah, he's like, of course they all know me. We've been doing this so long that they've watched our kids grow up here. So,
you okay?
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll explain it later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Love you guys.
Thank you for watching episode 466, Pluto, Chiron, Black Moon Lilith, and